Also new tonight, more than 3,000 soldiers with Wisconsin's 32nd Combat Infantry Brigade, now more than halfway through the deployment in Iraq. But as News 3's David Douglas tells us, support for the families left behind still very much needed. David?
Always needed, Eric, and some families live hours away from support groups, and they tell the Guard they don't always feel up to date. So the Guard is turning to technology to change that.
The click-clack of keyboard keys isn't a comforting sound.
This is just one extra way of reaching out through an alternative means.
Unless you're one of 3,200 Wisconsin military families with a soldier overseas.
The intent is it's an opportunity to talk to the top. You got an issue, a gripe, a complaint, you're frustrated. I'm here to listen.
The Adjutant General of Wisconsin, Donald Dunbar, has gathered his team around the table to take questions over the internet from any loved one with something to ask.
In World War II, Vietnam, Korea, a whole different world. My father-in-law used to send home reel-to-reel tapes, and it would take weeks, if not a month, to get home, and so the information was very slow.
In today's world of instantaneous internet communication, one question is particularly popular.
I heard it's January. Do you know if it'll be earlier or later in the month?
I want the communities, the families, and the employers of Wisconsin to know that we're doing everything that we can to support them while their soldiers are fighting the battle for the United States.
And to answer that popular question, soldiers hopefully will be home in January. When exactly can't be nailed down. There are 3,200 of them, so some could be home in early February. We're told about 50 computers logged on to last night's meeting, Eric, but some of those had multiple people joining the conversation, a conversation which, by the way, was prompted by a chat that we started here at News 3 with the General to talk to families. And then the Guard said, hey, this is a good idea for us to reach out to them.
We're glad we can have a positive impact there as well. And the General, I guess, says, the speed of society can have its downsides too, right?
Things are mostly positive in terms of communication, but these days when troops come home, he says, instead of coming home on a ship in over a month's time or so, they come home on a plane in a matter of hours, so they might not get the decompression time they need. So that's something they work on in the demobilization process.
All right, News 3's David Douglas reporting live at our news center. David, thank you very much.